Okay, so Breaking Benjamin concert. Couldn't tell you what year it was. May have been 3 days Grace there with him. Can't remember exactly, but we were in the crowd. Naturally, I was with Zach again. I think there was a bunch of people there that we knew. There may have been some Captain Morgan involved, but we're not real far from the stage, and it's pretty tight, crowded, right? But it was the pit. I mean, so no chairs or nothing. And we're rocking out again. Zach's right up here in front of me, and these people come trying to weasel their way in through the crowd to get up closer, which is pretty typical what people do. Well, the one dude bumped into Zach, and Zach pushed him, and they're shoving each other and yelling at each other back and forth. The next thing I know, Zach's got his shirt off, and I'm holding his shirt and his wallet and his watch in my hand. And he's bouncing up and down opposite this dude. Well, as this is happening, the guy that this dude was with starts walking up from back here, like behind Zach. And I don't know that he knew that I was with Zach or not, but he was getting closer and closer to Zach, and I didn't like the way that he was looking. So I'm holding Zach's stuff in my hands like this, and this guy's walking up behind him, and the closer he gets to him, the more nervous I get. So finally he got almost even with me, where Zach was standing right in front of me, and I dropped all of his stuff and grabbed this guy by the throat and threw him on the ground and reared back to swing at him. And when I punched at him, he moved out of the way. So no big deal, right? I thought that was good, like that he disappeared. And I stand up. That guy's not around. Well, then this bouncer standing opposite from me comes over and puts his hand on my wrist and says, "You're coming with me," or something like that. And I was already pretty good, as I'm saying, as far as inebriated. And I said, no, I'm not. The hell I am, whatever. So this dude ended up trying to manhandle me. And again, I try to do my best to respect authority, but I'm a pretty good judge of when I do things wrong. And I didn't think I did anything wrong. So this guy tried to manhandle me, and I put him on the ground. I don't know, tripped him, wrist locked him, something, put him down, face down on his belly on the ground. So as I'm doing this other bouncer walks over to this other side of me and tries to grab me around the waist. So I stand up, put my foot on the guy that's already on the ground, and take the other guy and put the other guy on the ground, belly to back on top of the guy that's already on the ground. And they're both struggling to try and get up. So I put my hand on top of the guy that was on the top of the stack. And on the bottom guy, I reached down and fish hooked him. So I was pulling his head up in the air one way and pushing down on the other guy's back to hold him on the ground. And after holding him there for a few seconds, I said, "Now listen," I said, "I didn't do anything wrong. The guy you're looking for already took off." I said, "I'm going to let you up off the ground, but if you try something stupid, I'm going to put you back down on the ground again." So I let him up, and they both stood in front of me there and asked me, where the guy went. I said, "I don't know, dude." I said, "A guy came up and tried to start a fight with my buddy, and I thought he was going to punch him in the back of the head. So I was just defending my friend." I said, "He took off over that way." And then they both said thanks and turned around and left, and that was it. Fight at Breaking Benjamin.